Good morning, guys. What's going on? Pleased to wake up this morning and see Justin's video up on NSI skateboarding. Really pretty darn stoked about that. It was a fun day, you know. He did that tutorial collaboration he did with Chad Caruso. I saw his version on Chad's YouTube channel. And man, immediately I wanted to just throw it out to him and be like, dude, would you mind helping me with this? Part of the reason is, I could pick his tutorial apart piece by piece and do everything like that. And, you know, it would have worked if I was dedicated. But in me, like, putting myself out there and asking a fellow human being to, like, maybe help me and guide me through it, I know it's going to cause me to put forth more effort. And at one point in the trick, when we were on the flat ground banks, I was feeling like, dude, I probably wasted this guy's time, you know? And I started feeling bad about it. And the idea of even doing it over coping in a bowl almost seemed impossible. I know by putting myself in that situation where I feel like, you know, there's another party there counting on it. You know, a lot of people wouldn't want to be in that situation because they don't want to feel like forced to do it. And I know, like the day I did the live stream at Lakeway, I know that if I do, I have a greater chance of pulling it off because I owe it to my viewers to really put forth the effort and do it, you know, to get that first crash out of the way. And that's really, we reached a point in that video filming with him when I realized I don't want this to be a waste of time for him. And that really helped me say, you know what, just go. Because it's like this. When I was a kid playing Little League, I wasn't a good hitter. My dad said, I'd rather see you strike out than just not hit. Go down swinging. And something clicked in my head one day, and I said, the next time I go up to bat, I'm just going to swing at the next pitch. And the next pitch that was thrown was a ball. I had to really step into it. But the fact that I made the decision to swing, I stepped into it and I hit the ball. And I think I knocked a pretty hard foul ball out of it. But it's like either way, I got a piece. And I looked up at my dad in the bleachers and he was stoked. And, you know, it's try. If you fail and if you fall, it's okay, man. It's okay. And, you know, I think it brings me to a thought about a pessimist versus an optimist. You know, are you my glass is half full or my glass is half empty? I was just talking about this in the car with my kids, you know, about positivity. You know, I know some people, and I won't name any names. Of course I won't. But they're almost proud of being a pessimist. Right? Sometimes. Almost maybe like, you know, that they do what's right for them. Because if they try to do it any other way, they wouldn't succeed. Right? So we all have our own belief system on how we learn and how we're going to attempt a trick. And you know, I got one buddy who gets these tricks, but he has a really gradual progression, this really safe approach. And I'm glad he's like that. He's in his mid-50s, and he takes it easy. But he's an engineer, and he's really logical about every single step. And, you know, but either way, he gets to the finish line too. He might not get to the finish line as fast as somebody else, somebody like me who's willing to just throw caution to the wind and just go for it, you know. But he hasn't had any injuries either. I mean, nothing super major, you know, hippers and things of that nature. But my injuries haven't been all that bad either. But either way, what I liked about Justin and his way of teaching, he didn't even put any pressure on me. He could have put more pressure on me. I would have been able to tolerate it, and I might have even stepped it up farther. There's a couple different personality types out there. I know with some of the people I've skated with, because I do well with somebody saying, yo, homie, go for it, dude. You've got all the steps. You just need to do it, you know, like that sort of gets me pumped up. And I'm not feeling like negative about anyone. Now, if they're trying to ask me to do something ridiculous just because they want to get humor out of it, you know, then I recognize that right off the bat. But if it's realistic for me and somebody's like pumping me up and egging me on, I do well with that. And I've taken that approach with some people and it hasn't gone well. Some people are just way too uncomfortable with that, and now I'm getting pretty good at picking those types out and then just leaving them alone. But Justin was really cool about being easygoing and kind of letting me go at my pace. But I was really stoked at the end of the video when he was sort of, talking about what went down, that he recognized that point. And I think anybody that teaches recognizes that moment of truth. When I spend time with a guy, there was a guy out here recently, there was no video footage to show, but I was helping him try to learn to drop in. He had his wife with him, and his wife was kind of egging him on. This guy's offering your help, take his help. And this was in the last year. So I'm holding his hand. He's like 45. I'm holding his hand. I'm helping him get down off the coping. And he's really scared, and he's jumping off the board. So, you know, he's kind of taking my help and just squandering it because he's not even really trying. But he finally ended up getting a few after a long time. You know, it was easy 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. And he started getting a few. And then when it was like, dude, it's time to do this, he just quit. He just shut down. And I know Justin was probably worried that the day might go that way, because that is a bummer. When you are investing time really helping somebody and your skating has shut down and you're putting all your effort into helping somebody, and then they get to the point where it's that moment of truth and they don't take it, that can be depressing. So I was really kind of feeling good about that when Justin acknowledged that moment of truth that I went for, because in the end, that's what I really feel victorious about. It's not so much of even getting the trick. You know, it's sloppy and I need to clean it up. But it's really about that moment. That moment was the real success, because that's the biggest part of it. When you don't know what's going to happen and your brain is telling you this is all wrong, this is jacked up, but you do have the confidence in yourself to realize that you can take the fall. Dude, that says a lot about a person, I think. And yeah, he was just a great dude to work with. So I can't do anything except blow up NSI Skateboarding YouTube channel and Instagram page. And I'm going to put some links down below to both so you guys can find it. And please give him a shout out, subscribe, you know, comment on his videos, ask him questions. He's a great teacher, he really is. The way he took me at the very end, I was ready to bail out, and I even said to him, well, I guess I'm not going to get this. I said it in the video. You could barely hear it, and he was nice enough not to put it in text on the video, which would have been okay because, man, I'm an open book about things. But I was ready to give up, and he's like, no, one more thing, try this. And then completely changed the day. You know, so I realized that I just got to do this. Let's attempt a new trick. I should know what it's called, the sweeper. Alright, so I have a much heavier deck, but why not, right? Don't let that scare you. I did bend my thumb back though. Alright, Michael McDonald here. You gonna try it? Maybe. We'll see. Like, the way I did it with him, what was successful was like just kind of jumping in.
Yeah.
How does that feel to you? Like crazy?
Yeah.
Like, are you goofy foot?
Yeah.
Yeah, so your right foot's up on it. The thing is though, dude, you can go really low.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I think I started my very first one like this, and I just kind of went. So when you learn a trick, do it a whole bunch so you don't come back out the next day and get scared again. Hey Justin, it's still scary, dog. No, how do I blow it? What's going on? Is it the new wheels? Ah!